as a way of reshaping a life. Quietly at first, then all at once. Every step was a reminder that something wasn't right. Treatments came and went, but the pain remained. Until she discovered another option, one that offered the possibility of movement, relief, and a return to living fully. This is her journey. After years of pain and over $100,000 spent trying to avoid spinal fusion, Leah found hope in something different.
So we just want to capture your journey, how you dealt with your symptoms, what were those symptoms, how it affected your life, and how you navigated through various treatment options that were available. So basically your journey with how it all started.
Well, I'm currently 47 and I had back issues when I was a teenager. I was in multiple car accidents. I've had epidural steroid shots when I was a teenager, but that basically kept me okay till I was about 30. And then I would have sporadic issues with my back where my back would just go out and then I'd be out for, a week. And I'd go to chiropractors and I would get better. And then when I was 40, I was 7 months pregnant, fell off a bed, blew my knee. So I had a full tear of meniscus, ACL, MCL. So I had to deliver my second child at about 40 years old and then with a blown out knee. And then I had to wait for me to deliver the baby. Then I had to went in for major knee surgery when I was 40. And then my knee being messed up and going through rehab and everything like that, I think that also caused a lot of issues with my lower back. I didn't realize that I had degenerative disc disease. I was training improperly with a trainer that was having me lift way too heavy of weights. And so I just think that over the years, my back just kind of, the wear and tear and the things that I was doing and not knowing what was going on inside was just obviously affecting me. And then being in my 40s and then having a toddler that would, you're carrying like a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old on your side, or he's throwing a tantrum and you're grabbing him and he kind of goes limp and then you're kind of your back's torqued. So for the last 4 years, I'd say since 2021, I have been constantly, my back's out. I go to spinal decompression. I get pinpoint injections. I've had a steroid injection. I've tried exosomes, stem cells, ketamine, NAD, IVs to bring down my pain. So that kind of brings me to this year. So I've probably spent $100,000 out of pocket over the last 4 years for treatments and physical therapy, chiropractic care, spinal decompression to avoid getting actual back surgery. And after this last year, June of last year, is when we spent about $24,000 on exosomes. I thought that was going to heal me, and it pretty much only got me about 6 months of relief. And then, I make one false move or sit too long or something happens and I'm in pain again. So that's kind of where I'm at again. And so my husband was researching, I had been looking into artificial disc replacement this last year. There's people out here that do like robotic assisted disc replacement. My husband did like research online and using AI and found Dr. Kinsley Chin and had compared like all of the different discs that were available out there for people in the United States, because obviously majority of people out here, surgeons, they want to just give you a discectomy and then, you end up getting a spinal fusion, which nobody wants. But he found Dr. Kinsley Chin, and then that's when I found AxioMed, and then I just, reached out, and then here I am.
So what specifically, made you go for AxioMed?
Just everything about it, just how less evasive it was, the fact that people are, getting back to their regular life, a month later, the recovery time, just the fact that it's in like one piece and how they haven't really had any kind of, they have to go back in and, do revisions.
Mm-hmm. So I guess the long-term benefit and treatment that you were seeking for your back, it provided for all.
Yes.
All right. Did you have like surgery as well?
I have not had surgery yet. I'm trying to avoid that.
Okay. And what about your
If I were to do that, then that's the one that I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for it to be FDA approved so that I could get that done.
there are many cases that I have heard multiple cases, multiple people having back issues, and they are very conservative about back treatment and surgeries and fusions. Obviously, like you have mentioned, they are all very temporary options, and things keep on reoccurring. So, like if someone like you who might be hearing this testimonial, what are your key takeaways or a message for them? Like, what should be the step that they should take? What would you want them to know about, various options of treatment that you have gone through?
I mean, I would say you want to obviously exhaust every single option available to you that you have to
Mhm.
avoid surgery. I mean, that's pretty much what we've been doing.
Mhm.
As every person I've ever talked to that's had a fusion or had back surgery, they're not better. They're still in pain and they're still having problems and issues. But not everybody has that kind of money to be spending on those kind of treatments. So hopefully
Mhm.
through the different things that he's got going that should be FDA approved this year, that'll be a huge benefit to a lot of people in the United States because it's available in other countries. So the fact that it's not available here now has been a bit concerning.
Was there any specific question that came to your mind when you were going through, surfing through options like fusion, when you were comparing the option between fusion and AxioMed? Like anything specific that you were looking for?
Well, obviously, if you have a normal fusion, your recovery is 6 to 12 months. You're in a significant amount of pain for a really long time. The recovery, the scars, like it's a very intense thing to have to go through. So, I mean, questions you would ask would be like, how quick is the recovery? How long am I going to be out for? What's the scar going to be like? How quickly before I can get back to, activities. That's a huge difference between getting, a normal spinal fusion versus any of the things that Kinsley Chin is offering.
I guess like AxioMed is one of the revolutionary products in such kind of treatment.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Leah, for your insights and your journey. I hope when we put it out there and when people will hear this, they'll feel inspired and it will help them navigate to a better option in their treatment journey as well.
Okay.
Thank you so much for taking out your time.
Thank you.